Hi, my name is Alan, and I used to be a Chr.I.N.O. I want to start by telling you that I was a Chr.I.N.O, a Christian in name only. I gave my life to Christ when I was very young. Then as I got older, I snatched it back out of his hands and lived in the world for many, many years. I have been everything from an addict to a mayoral candidate, a story for another day, but what I haven't been is a Christian, not in the true meaning of the word. I've always been a kind, generous person, but somewhere in the back of my mind I knew this wasn't enough. I searched for meaning to life in all the wrong places, and when I couldn't find it, I turned to drugs and alcohol to numb me from the disappointment of my life. I want to pause for a second to say that while my childhood was nowhere near perfect, I was raised by divorced parents who both loved me and provided for me everything I needed. My father drank a lot, my mother did not. I have a few really bad memories from then, but for the most part, I look back on both my parents fondly and realize the demons they fought then are the same demons we fight today. Life is messy, it is hard, and there isn't an instruction manual that can keep up with the times. So Mom, Dad, I love you, and to me, you are great parents. The choices I made later in life were purely my own, and the guilt I carried for years was of my own making. I have tried for many, many years to figure out why I turned out the way I did. Why I never reached my true potential. Why I always seem to give up when success is literally just around the corner. I finally have the answer I was looking for, and it was here all along. I couldn't do what so many people told me I had to do. I couldn't forgive myself for the bad things that I'd committed against my family, my friends, even against God. How could I forgive myself when my guilt kept taking me back and running those scenes through my mind? I went to church after church and always heard the same thing. God has forgiven you. Now you must forgive yourself. Not possible. Not in my mind anyway. The guilt continued to eat me alive. Finally, I found a church where I heard something different. I know a lot of you may say it's word salad, just a different way of saying the same thing, but in my brain, it was the difference between light and darkness. I was told that the forgiveness I longed for had already been granted, and all I had to do was accept it. After all, I didn't sin against myself, I sinned against God. So his forgiveness is all I needed, and it was given to me around 2,000 years ago with the blood of Jesus Christ. A light bulb went on in my head. Just like trying to lift an elephant over my head, I was trying to achieve something I was not equipped to do, and besides, it had already been done. It was the first time in my life I was able to understand what it meant to be a Christian, and it started a hunger in me not just to learn more about God's love, but to share it with you. I'm not a prophet, a preacher, a teacher, or a saint. I'm just a man who wants to share my struggles, successes, and even failures, all to glorify God. No fancy equipment, no studio. Sometimes it'll get messy. But if this reaches one person who is looking for God, I urge you to take one step towards God, and he will help you the rest of the way. To hear more of my stories, like, comment, and subscribe.